So maybe you have an ADU or you have separated a part of your property into a rental. You want to know how to effectively find good tenants and manage them well so it will be a long-term relationship. Hi, this is Heather Lynn with Keller Palo Alto. Welcome to my channel. In this channel, we talk about living in Palo Alto and the greater Silicon Valley and the Bay Area neighborhoods. We also talk about market updates and how to sell your home for top dollar sale. If you find any of that information useful to you, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification button so there will be new video coming your way every Monday. And by the way, we also talk about cats and wine because I'm a cat mom who loves wine. I have helped hundreds of families buy real estate here in the Bay Area. I would love to share my experience and my knowledge with you. So in my personal home, I live in the single family home that is pretty large in size. So I have separated the rear of my property into another rental unit. And then I have a 2-car garage that I have converted into accessory dwelling unit. So I really believe in house hacking. I'm doing it myself. If you have more questions about that, feel free to reach out. Leave me a comment below. So number one tip for attracting quality tenants, make your home attractive on real estate websites, on rental websites. Professional photos. Before you get a photography done, you want to declutter the home, make the house look brighter, maybe put away the pillows, make up the beds, so it will show well on photos. Number 2 tip is to hire a professional photographer when you do an interior photography of your property for marketing purposes. Obviously, we are all very visual people. The first impression online really counts. So if you have beautiful professional photos online, you're more likely to attract more tenants, more applicants. And once those applicants comes around, you are in a position to be selective. When you have the rental ad ready, post them in as many places as possible, like Zillow, Trulia, Hotpets, Craigslist, and Zoomper.com are all wonderful websites to post your rental ads. The number 2 tip, once you have applicants on your rental ads, you want to ask them for 2 to 3 references, preferably past landlords is a must. You want to have current landlord and the last landlord's contact information. Call the landlords, ask them, how do you like your tenants? Have they given you any headaches? Do they make frequent repair calls? Do they pay their rent on time? These are critical questions to ask your prospective tenants. Landlord references. You also want to have at least 1 job references to make sure the income they reported is actually the income they earned. Number 3 tip, have a conversation with your prospective tenants. These are the people that you're probably going to live in and become neighbors with for a long time. So whether you get along with them, whether they give you a good vibe, whether you have good conversation, good communication with them, it's going to determine the long-term success of that relationship. So definitely ask them questions. Ask them about when do they usually go to bed? How often do they have guests over? Do they have pets? Do they intend to hire cleaner to come by once every few months, or are they cleaning themselves? These are good questions to ask. Are they smokers? Do they like to have people over? Do they intend to host parties in the property? Will all shed lights on their personality and how they are as tenants. So definitely try to feel, is this someone that you would love to live as neighbors in the long run, and then go from there. Number 4 tip, have house rule and clear expectations established early on in your tenancy. Talk about things like parking, who parks where, are there additional storage for your tenants, and then who is in charge of gardening, and whether there will be gardener coming to do regular landscaping, when and how the rent is going to be paid, and also is there any curfew, who is going to pay for utilities, water, electricity, internet, are they shared, is it part of the rent or is it a separate bill? Also, what are your policies on hanging artwork on the wall, changing ceiling, wall color. Those are important things to kind of just go over in terms of a house rule. So have a list of house rules that you want to communicate with your tenant early on will ensure a good relationship in the long run. So now you know more about living and managing your tenants. Please reach out to me if you have related questions. I'd love to be your guide. If you're curious about ADU construction, watch this video on how I turned my 2-car garage into an accessory dwelling unit, which is now effectively a cottage that I have rented out to my tenants.